Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Well, it's time now to review headlines on today's newspapers with Ombudsman of This Day and Arise Media Group and This Day Newspaper Limited Group Executive Director Kayode Komolafe. Good morning, Mr. KK.
Good
How
morning,
are you this
OG?
morning? Happy Sunday
Good morning,
to you.
Happy good morning,
Thank you for joining us.
Same here.
Happy Sunday to
Yes.
you.
I'm pleased to be here.
All right, thank you. Let's go straight into the review of newspapers. We'll start with This Day. On Sunday, the newspaper of record. Let's take it from top to bottom. The window story, GT Co, Zenith Access, UBA, EcoBank lead Nigeria's stock market rally in 1 week. That's on page 5 of today's newspaper. I'm basically saying that the stock market, is on positive momentum, and the leading banks are all there. Those who bank with them will be nodding in agreement that they have not missed the way. GT Co, Zenith Access, UBA, and EcoBank, the leading Nigeria stock market rally in 1 week. And then under that, the strip story at NDDC's 25th anniversary, Tinubu Jonathan Task Commission on Niger Delta region's development. Same page 5 story for that one. And then on that, the masthead, amidst heavy security, low turnout mars Lagos local government elections. Sanwo-Olu hails peaceful exercise. I mean, like we all know, yesterday was all about the local government, and there was restriction of vehicular movement between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. But at the end of it all, it was peaceful, but very, 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 very low turnout, sadly. That seems to be the lot of local government elections in Nigeria. And with all the beautiful encouragement from Lagos state government, somehow it wasn't enough to get people out en masse to exercise their civic duties. And then what we will call the second lead story, federal government secures 44 fresh convictions on terrorism financing. The rider, hunger, poverty, key drivers of insecurity. That's according to the CDS, Musa, who's insisting. And then CAS, 5,650 terrorists killed by NAF in Northeast, Northwest in 2 years. And the lead story itself, Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff to the president, welcomes coalition to prevent one-party state. However, he doubts its effectiveness. And the rider says ADC explains Atiku Obi, others dual membership of PDP and Labour Party. And what's there to explain? One leg in, one leg out. If coalition fails, you return to PDP or Labour. But then if it works, you just claim that you have left the party a long time ago. Is this the best for a group of people who are serious in taking over power from a behemoth like the APC? KK, that's the story about the coalition. The chief of staff to the president is saying that, we welcome it, but then we know that they are not going to be effective. The picture, the cover photo, the spread, it is 25 hearty chairs for NDDC, and it shows Nedunwoko, the Senate Deputy Whip, Onyekachi Nweboyi, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, President of the Senate himself, Godswill Akpabio, sole administrator of Rivers State. Isn't that a bit odd, to have to announce that the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, retired, and Chairman, Senate Committee on NDDC, Senator Asuku Ekpeyong, at the 25th anniversary of the NDDC in Port Harcourt yesterday. NDDC has been celebrating in a big way, big way. It was their cultural night the other night, and many people were there. Wouldn't it be nice to have a compendium of NDDC at 25, showing NDDC's biggest 25, life-changing projects that people can point at, that, as we can imagine, will have gulped billions, if not trillions of naira, not just to dance and sing and eat and merry, but then, let's see what really we have achieved with the amount of money that has gone into NDDC. But hey, we are celebrating. KK, that's for you, sir.
Yeah, you are quite on point, Steve, on the last item you took. That is the front page photo of this day on Sunday. Yeah, congratulations will be in order for NDDC that at least it has survived for 25 years and is in the mode of celebration, for having been in existence for a quarter of a century. But the point you made there, Steve, is quite a valid one. And that is that, just like the president, President Tinubu, former President Jonathan, and others have also raised the point that it should also be about beyond celebration. It is noteworthy that NDDC has also been in the mode of introspection, and that is to think about the kind of challenge that we have posed. That it could have been fitting, if now we are talking of 25 mega projects, what you can call legacy, landmark projects, which NDDC, has executed in the last 25 years. And that is why it is important that maybe in looking towards another 25 years, so that by the time, if it is to be in existence by then, we're celebrating its golden jubilee, that NDDC should now focus now on what we will call landmark projects, and those are the kind of projects that connect all the states,
yes,
within the Niger Delta Forum, so that micro projects, that for instance when you say that NDDC goes to go and buy teaching materials for schools, distribute, these are things that that is the job not even of state government, but of local governments, and the NDDC should the vision, should be a panoramic one, for the region, so that the local issue, local projects should be left to the state, to the local governments and where they are, state government. And that is why it is important that the synergy of purpose, which most commentators, have acknowledged that with the present management of NDDC, that there has been a synergy of purpose between the commission and the respective state governments, within the region. I think that should be, strengthened,
Yeah.
and that it is within that synergy of purpose that they will be able to embark on such projects. And for this, let me just give an example. I thought that by, one thing that could have been very symbolic, just see, yes, supporting you made, Steve, is that 25 years after NDDC, by now we should be talking of the East-West Road, connecting all the states in Niger Delta, not only that have been completed many years ago, but well maintained, that you can be a model of what an interstate road should be. But that is not the story.
That's not the story.
So we need more such a flagship story.
Except we have missed it. I've not seen anywhere where NDDC has said that this symbolically can be our biggest, 25 project interventions, in 25 years, for example. I'm personally interested in something like that.
That's what I'm saying, that, it's also a conceptual issue,
Absolutely.
It's a conceptual issue that in trying to identify projects, that they should have a big picture.
Yes.
Not micro, projects.
Not routine interventions.
What should be the business of a local government? It should not be the business of NDDC.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that with the kind of zeal, which the new management is having, we encourage, and that is why I say congratulations will be in order, and also to commend the efforts of past management, past management teams of NDDC in the last 25 years, Now, if we take the political story, on the front page, which is the lead story of This Day on Sunday. Incidentally, all the other papers, The Nation, Punch, Telegraph, The Sun, others, they all, Tribune, they all also have, similar political story, And what is particularly remarkable, about the lead story of This Day on Sunday is the comment, by the Chief of Staff to the President and former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Gbajabiamila, and that is commendable that his language is that of that's the language of democracy. I think what should come from the government in place that the idea of developing any political party at all, as an opposition, it should be a welcome thing. If there is a consensus that the democracy we have should be a participatory democracy. So when you have parties coming up, it should be a welcome development. And it's also welcome on another note that now with ADC taking shape, there is still the application for the registration of ADA, among almost 100 other applications, and with 18 already registered political parties. I think the bogey of one-party state, should now rest. Which is what is this? That is just a business, is an invented problem. So when people have been talking about the threat of one-party state is basically an invented problem. That's not like a threat of one-party state in Nigeria. Nigeria cannot be a one-party state given the framework, in which we are, and I think that is the spirit, I think, in which Honorable Gbajabiamila is talking, As for ADC, I think it should be seen as a work in progress, and I think it should be encouraged, to building a party, if you like, it's not a tea party, it's a party really that will actually have an organic structure, because the challenge of democracy in the last 26 years is that the political parties have not actually assumed organic structure to be able to perform the function of political parties, and that is why, if you permit, I'll quickly link that story with the other story, which is also on the front pages of newspaper today, and that is the local government election in Lagos yesterday. Yes, while comments on this should be tempered, for obvious reasons, that we're talking of local government elections in 1 out of 36 states, or rather, maybe 37 if you count Abuja, as a state for this purpose. Now, why we should not generalize, but then it says something that in a season where every day the front pages are dominated by political stories, so you would think that politics is really in the air, that people are, but then, when it comes to the electorate, exercising not just their right, but the power, that's the power they have to determine who will govern at any level of government, that you have the apathy, which is more or less becoming a political pathology, if you like, that increasingly every election you discover that the voter turnout, is in decline, that people are. So I think that contradiction, is really worthy of reflection, maybe especially by experts, that where every day we talk about politics, but the people themselves, are not interested, in voting. I think something is definitely, wrong by that. And this is where, again, it is linked to this question about political party, about all the bugbear of one-party state or no one-party state, that one of the duties of political parties is political education and mobilization. Political parties should not just be vehicles for people to register, to have a ticket and then contest election and go to power, which is what we have reduced political parties to, But outside election, the political parties have, a lot of work to do, in carrying out political education, in organizing their member, mobilization, conscientization, but we discover that all those functions, are not performed, by political parties. People just register political parties, wait the time of election and do the jostling, who will get the ticket and then get to power. So the consequence, of that failure of political institutions is what we are seen, in the apathy, recorded, in elections, and the case of the Lagos State local government election, is not different. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well said, Mr.
Thank
KK.
you.
Before we move to this day's style, I wanted to highlight that today is one of Africa's greatest writers' birthday, Professor Wole Soyinka, GCON. His birthday is today. He turns 91. Yeah, you're smiling. Happy birthday, Professor Wole Soyinka. I wanted to highlight that. Yes, I do my mouth. You July babies are very
guys, we rock.
You guys rock.
There's another birthday tomorrow, isn't
whose birthday is tomorrow? Oh yeah. Oh yes. You July baby. Shall I spill the beans? Shall I spill it now? Why not? Let's just do it ahead of time. Would like to wish our chairman a very happy birthday, Prince Nduka Obaegbena. He turns 66 tomorrow. And we cannot wait for
July
the
boys.
July boys. We
July
cannot
boys.
wait for the jollification. Happy birthday, happy birthday, Professor Wole Soyinka, and of course, Prince Nduka Obaegbena, the Duke.
The Duke
All right,
himself.
shall we take this day style? The cover picture, this day style, is Ijeoma Ubosi, founder of Contessa. She is celebrating 25 years in business. She is style, strategy, and she's staying in power. And the editor's note there says, some brands make noise, others make impact. Ijeoma Ubosi's Contessa Group has quietly shaped the Nigerian fashion retail space for 25 years. No gimmicks, no theatrics, just consistency, taste, and the kind of vision that ages well. In 2000, when she opened the first Contessa store in Elpina Plaza in Victoria Island, premium fashion retail in Nigeria was still an undefined space. But Ijeoma saw what was possible. She understood that women wanted more than just clothes. Have you visited Contessa, Kachi Ofia? Have you been there?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this is a great milestone for her. Congratulations to her. 25 years is no joke at all. No joke at all. All right. Congratulations.
So I think we can, like you rightly said, Mr. KK, a lot of the front page of the newspapers this morning have very similar stories that you have addressed. However, I do find The Nation on Sunday has a very, very poignant conversation: to defect or not to defect. Of course, this is about defection, with Governor Adeleke saying, I'm still consulting. Osun PDP are ready to follow me. The governor just met with party chiefs, cabinet, federal and state legislators as well. And also Governor Eno formally takes over the APC structure in Akwa Ibom. So Mr. KK, is he defecting or not? What do you think?
I'm not in his mind.
What is it looking like?
I'm not in his mind. I think, it's been emphasized that here several times that, the right of exit and entry, is a democratic one, for Pluto, and the only thing is just that people should keep to the law, to the rules, So, and Governor Adeleke, like any other person who wants to defect, or maybe on a lighter note, for those who will now say again, because like I said, we should now bury this bogey of one-party state. For those who will say, Adeleke again is contemplating going to APC, it's one-party state. They should also remember that from the same Osun State, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola from APC has moved to the National Secretary of ADC. So if that is not a threat to one-party state, so if that is a capital if Governor Adeleke eventually defects to APC, nobody should talk of any threat of one-party state.
It will have balanced each other out. All right, very quickly, Tribune. Do we have time?
Just
few minutes.
30 seconds.
Okay, just two stories on the cover of the Tribune. The lead itself, which is on the Constitution review, North pushes for power devolution, resource control, and equity. Wants positive positions reserved for women, which is an important one. And the other
Very
one is,
important,
yes, is a celebratory one. Ambassador Awolowo Dosunmu felicitates Lasisi Olaguju over now honorary fellowship. Now
Congratulations
is the
to
Nigerian Academy of Arts.
colleague.
And it's not just Dr. Olaguju, who is the Sunday editor of the Tribune, by the way.
Right.
Obi of Onitsha is also celebrated. And then our own German, Anikulapo.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Congratulations to them.
Congratulations is in
Well
order.
deserved.
Thank you for highlighting
Well
the
deserved.
tribute.
Well deserved for the
Mr.
Congratulations to
KK,
them.
unfortunately, this is where we draw the curtains on the newspaper review today. We'd like to thank you very much for joining us on the morning show. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you.
Now, let's end the morning show with this report on the stage performance of Waloyo, a musical voyage through the decades, which took place here in Lagos on Thursday this week. And it was as informative, educational, and enchanting as they come. Staff and principally students of Standard Bearers School, Lekki, Lagos, were the brains behind it. Beyond the entertainment value, the Waloyo musical sought to explore the realities of modern-day Nigerian society, including exposure of everyday pitfalls for young people and the ways of avoiding them. Being able to convey the message of this musical through drama also proved an excellent way of demonstrating the creative genius of the children involved in this production.
Today we're celebrating the work that we have done as a school and as a CSR. We believe in Nigeria, and we believe that every child should have access to quality education, and that's why we started the iAfrica Cloud School Foundation. Today, we want everyone to know the work we do and to showcase the possibilities, endless possibilities that are possible for Nigeria if we just bridge that education gap and come together. All these children in Standard Bearers School that are performing today, you won't believe that some of them have special needs because we're an inclusive school. Some of them are shy, but in Standard Bearers School, we believe that every hidden talent of the children must come out. It is mandatory before they leave. So we work hard to identify their talent, and then we showcase it. So today we're proud to showcase SBS and what we do with our children. It's not just academics, it's a whole life-changing experience. We build children for life.
Standard Bearers, I love, I respect, and I love my heart for your school, your entire team, the cast and crew. I have to use the word cast and crew because I'm coming from the theater, you see, but the thing is, these children have wowed me personally.
Today is Waloyo, the musical voyage, and I performed Order My Steps, I Need an Angel, and Eadaba. Eadaba is my solo performance. Eadaba is basically about freedom and strength. And I talked about how we will always fly and fly higher to achieve our dreams. Missy Oni helped me in my life. She really impacted my creative skills and showed me that I am a leader of my own. And today it has given me more confidence to be in front of people. So I say thank you to Mrs. Oni and thank you to SBS. I'm going to miss my friends and I'm going to miss Mrs. Oni, but I know that I have greater things ahead of me.
All right, and on that Waloyo musical voyage, that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching and do stay safe. I'm Steve Ayorinde.
And I'm Kachi Ofia.
And I'm Ojiokwe from our entire team here in Lagos, Nigeria. Enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.